Look at that, full of the joys of spring.
Boing, boing, boing. Bouncing around just like I was. It makes me want to be out in the sunshine and the fresh air.
Well, come on, let's go into the garden and see if Billy and the animals are full of the joys of spring.
Right. Garden, here we come.
Oh.
Forgotten me again.
Now, where shall I put these hyacinths? In front of the square screen? No, the triangle. All right.
Story time.
That's right. Billy and the animals hadn't been out to play in the garden for a long time because every day was cold and a wind blew. Every day it rained and rained. Every day the sky was full of dark clouds. Nothing was fun anymore. Monkey was so cold that he wore his blue blanket like a shawl. It covered his head, and it was pinned under his chin with a brooch which belonged to Mrs. Pinkerton Trunks. He didn't look like Monkey at all, but like some strange blue animal. A sad, cold little animal. One morning, when Monkey woke up, he looked through the kitchen window and saw that the sky was blue. "Oh," he said, and he opened the door and trotted off down the path. As he went, he heard a little voice which said, "Cuckoo." Monkey looked in the bush, but he couldn't see anything. "Hello," he said. "Who's there?" "Cuckoo," said the little voice once more. Monkey ran back to the house, to Billy and the animals. "There's something in the garden that says cuckoo." And then he turned and ran back along the path and up the hill, with his blue blanket floating behind him. And Billy and the animals followed him to see who was making this strange noise. Mr. Milford prowled round the bush. "I say," he called, "what are you in there?" "Cuckoo," said the voice. Mr. Milford went into the bush. When he came out again, he was smiling. "There's nothing there," he said, "but the bush is full of new sticky buds." Billy and the animals went to look, and Mr. Milford was right. The branches of the bush were full of little buds, all tightly wrapped, like little parcels. "Inside the parcels are new leaves," said Mr. Milford. Billy and the animals climbed further up the hill. When they reached the top, they found Monkey dancing beneath 3 tall trees. "Look at the daffodils," he said. Mr. Milford bent down to smell the flowers. Sniff, sniff, sniff he went, and as he sniffed, he closed his eyes. "I feel very happy," he said. "I feel full of fun. I feel joyful." To everyone's surprise, he got up and began to dance with Monkey. Round and round the hilltop they went, waving the blue blanket. Billy and Woodley and Mrs. Pinkerton Trunks sat down to watch them. It was wonderful to sit on the new soft grass, and it was wonderful to watch Mr. Milford dancing, for no one had ever seen him dance before. "Bravo!" cried Mrs. Pinkerton Trunks. "Cuckoo," said the little voice. Woodley jumped to his feet. He looked down a rabbit hole. He went to look inside his kennel, but he couldn't discover what was making the strange little sound. "Well, we must look everywhere until we find it," said Billy. But Woodley wasn't listening to her. He was wagging his tail, Swish, swish. Mrs. Pinkerton Trunks was humming a tune. She hummed, and then she sang out, "Ta-da-da," and got up and joined in the dance. Woodley looked at Billy. "Come on," he said, "let's dance." Billy got up. "Woodley," she said, "I'm not dressed yet. I forgot to get dressed." "Well, dance in your pyjamas," said Woodley. So Billy danced in her pyjamas. She danced until she was out of breath, and then she lay on her back and looked up at the blue sky. The animals came and sat by her side. Mrs. Pinkerton Trunks straightened her hat on her head. Monkey folded his blanket. Woodley shook himself, and Mr. Milford gazed dreamily at the pond. The garden was still and quiet, except the little sound, cuckoo. Billy and the animals made their way down the hill. As they went, they listened to the little voice. "Cuckoo," it said. And they looked up, and there, high in a tree, was a plump, round bird, looking at them with big, round eyes. "Cuckoo," it called again, and it was such a happy sound that everyone smiled and rushed into the kitchen, hungry for their breakfast and full of the joys of spring.
It's lovely out here, isn't it?
Meow.
Doesn't winter seem a long time ago?
Oh, yes, those long winter nights and the cold and the rain. Yes, it does seem a long time ago.
Yeah, it's not a long time ago, though, is it, really?
No, it's not. It only seems a long time ago.
Yeah.
But when it's lovely and sunny like this, well, it's hard to remember those winter days when you had to wrap up warm.
Yeah.
But there were some nice things about winter. I like playing in the snow. And, Christmas.
Well, there's something nice about every season of the year. Winter, autumn, summer and spring. But I think that spring is my favourite because everything's so fresh and green.
Yeah, like me.
Yes, all the leaves and flowers are out. And there's lots of baby animals and birds.
Yeah.
And you know, spring makes me always feel like singing.
Meow. Well, you'll need the guitar, won't you? Meow. Meow. Sing us a springtime song.
No, I won't.
Come on, Beryl.
You are daft.
You give us a springtime song, Steve.
There's a changing of the season, and we know that that's the reason why we want to laugh and sing. See the birds up in the sky, and we wish that we could fly. That's the thing about spring.
Tweet, tweet.
Everywhere you look, you see lovely flowers and greenery. You feel the warmth the sunshine brings. Rabbits racing everywhere, and they haven't got a care. That's the thing about spring. There's a changing of the season, and we know that that's the reason why we want to laugh and sing. See the birds up in the sky, and we wish that we could fly. That's the thing about spring.
Ba, ba.
The sky is clear and blue everywhere. There's something new, and it's growing every day. There is life, we're always dead, bright and sunny days ahead. That's the reason why we say all together now.
And you too.
And me too.
1, 2, 3, there's a changing of the season, and we know that that's the reason why we want to laugh and sing. And we know that we can fly like the birds up in the sky. That's the thing about spring. That's the thing about, that's why we sing about. That's the thing about spring.
Yeah.
You gotta be lower than a rattlesnake, making sandwiches lonesome. But for around 20 pounds, a Breville snack and sandwich toaster will make them hot and happy. Only Breville seals up their edges and cuts them in half so they come out twice as good. Come on, y'all. Help a sandwich turn it into a Breville.
What she has is a touch of class. The new romantic fragrance from Fabergé.
Sorry, Grandad.
Sorry, son. Heinz soup will always make things better.
Feeling good about each new day I see. Feeling good comes naturally.
You can feel really good about Blue Band margarine. It's made from only natural ingredients and 100% vegetable oils. Blue Band, because good things speak for themselves.
Here in France, we have invented a machine to make cooking as simple as 1, 2, 3. Or, as we say in France, as simple as robot chef. Make pastry, it's as simple as robot chef. Chop meat, it's as simple as robot chef. Slide and shred, it's as simple as robot chef. Robot chef is powerful, quiet, simple. For the real pleasure of cooking, buy a robot chef today. Thank you.
Christmas wonderland has Woolworths, so many things to choose from. Come and see. Buy an M.I. dartboard, see how many you can score. Play with caveman, quick as sneak and